Let me get to my favorite caller from the sundown town of Dayton, Ohio. Is it Dayton or is it Dayton, Ohio? Maze, how you doing?
Hello, James. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I never said you shouldn't talk about blacks, but the one that go find 20 articles on black people, as I say, I'm not afraid of black people. I'm not afraid of Caucasian people because I know and I've been around them. I've seen them feel too. With my own eyes.
Just not
and
as much.
I have a person that's a security person pick them up every day, but they don't make it to the news. Everything you see in us, we see in you. You don't get that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not as much.
You don't understand. This is your show.
Yeah.
You can talk about who you want to talk about.
Right.
But I can tell you what I can see with my eyes.
And in your eyes,
white collar crime.
Are your eyes seeing whites stealing just as much as blacks?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
No, they're not. No, you're not. You're lying now.
Now, and what about white collar crime?
What about it?
Who's doing more white collar crime?
So you lied. So you just lied, and now you want to move away from that and want to go to white collar crime.
They sit behind the desk.
Uh-huh.
They sit behind the office, and they stealing more than the people that are coming through the door stealing.
You sound like a communist now.
That's why Macy's and all of those places are going out of business.
That's not necessarily why, Mace.
No thievery.
That's not necessarily why.
So you can say this.
Don't get lost in the maze today, Hake. Thank you, Lisa, for the reminder. I shall try to stay alert.
Jay, if you go to West Virginia,
Maze has me in a trance. I'm following in her maze.
Okay, James, put your mind.
Whites do it too, and whites do it just as much as blacks. And white collar. And what about white collar crime? Did you know that blacks disproportionately commit white collar crime too?
Yeah, they commit white collar crime too,
disproportionately.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the Republicans
compared to their share of the white collar.
Let's put them in jail.
Compared to their share of the white collar jobs.
And a whole lot of Caucasians are going to prison, but y'all don't know that either. What?
Maze.
For stealing.
Maze.
What? Mm-hmm.
Compared to their share of the white collar jobs, you can bet your bottom dollar, whatever that means, that they are disproportionately committing so-called white collar crime.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But you don't see that on the, just like I said, you see what's on the news.
And do you know what disproportionately means?
You see what's on the news, and that's what's in your brain.
Do you know what I said,
James.
Do
you
know
reported everything I do every day? That's how you're gonna look at me.
Do you know, Maze, what disproportionately means?
No, tell me.
Oh, you don't?
Tell me.
Disproportionately means more than their share of the population. So if they're 13% of the population, but they're only like 3 or 5% of the white collar jobs, which I don't know, I'm just making up a number. Okay. They're committing 10, 15% of the white collar crimes. So they're overrepresented among, which I made these numbers up. I have no idea what the numbers are.
I know you're making them up. That's why y'all do is deal with numbers. But
not true, because you just made up.
Black people do not commit crime. I know that for a fact.
You just made up the notion that whites are stealing just as much as blacks are. No, they're not.
They are.
Not just as much.
And we don't want to talk about no rape because the priests don't go to jail for doing nothing. They should have been in prison a long time ago for what they done did to these little boys.
Now you're just jumping around from thing to thing.
Something they done did 20 years ago, you just found they going to court for it. Don't talk to me about, and we can't talk about Caucasians, but they can talk about us, really?
Blacks talk about Caucasians all the time.
That's what he said.
What?
Can't talk about blacks, but we can talk about. He can go get 20 articles. He can go get 25 articles.
Oh,
I can give you 25 with the same one. Look like
the previous caller.
That's what I'm saying, James. It's like I said. You got two eyes. You got a left and a right.
Left and right.
That's right, and you can use both of them if you got sense to use it.
Why is per capita like quantum physics to blacks?
That's why you got these crazy people walking around here afraid of black people, but listen to people like William. Never been around no black people.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You're making up stuff. Are you the one who said that William is fat?
I said what?
I think you said that he sounds fat.
He does.
See, but he's not. He has the same build as Joel Friday.
He need to get his story. Tell him go look at the wonderful whites of West Virginia, and then he can come and tell him to watch.
No, I'm not telling him anything
about that story. Huh?
I'm not telling. Oh, I forgot to ask him about Pam Grier. Oh, Gregatron.
So anyway, as I say, we're not the biggest.
Have you ever heard of Pam Grier, Maze?
Am I doing what?
Have you ever heard of Pam Grier?
Yes, I have heard of Pam Grier. What about her?
Is she pretty?
Is she pretty?
Yeah.
You're not talking to a man, you're talking to a woman.
I know, but a woman can.
You got the wrong person.
A woman can acknowledge that another woman can be pretty. Now you got me blushing.
I like the way men look, not women.
Nice. Right on. I like the way women look.
Ask me about
not
some
men.
man, that'll be a whole different story. But as I was saying, tell William to go get him 25 stories look about like him. We can find the same thing, and I can send them to you too. But
Yeah,
you
right.
Never show it and play it. And this is your show.
Thank you.
And you have a good one.
You too, Maze. Appreciate you. And I hung up before the click. Oh, why am I blushing from that? That's funny. Gregatron, I am remiss in not mentioning Pam Grier to William. Hopefully William caught that, and maybe he can call back another day and set the record straight on Pam Grier. Funny. Am I even pronouncing the name right? Apparently I am. Maze understood it. Whew. Diamond call today, Maze, says Lisa. So Maze isn't a lesbian? Of course not. She's a lady. Whew.